Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea. Hi, how are you? Please subscribe. I love you forever. Also comment down below, let me know you're new. It makes my day. If you're not new, you're the realist. Thanks for coming back. Today we are going to be talking about an MLM, which is a multi-level marketing company by the name of Monat, or Modern Nature. Everyone calls it Monat though. So this is one of the biggest ones and I think that they lie a lot and I do not like it. So I wanted to be able to educate you, help you. God forbid one person sees this video and decides not to sign up for that, then my job is done and I am very happy. So we're going to take a deep dive into it. We're going to basically overcome some of the rebuttals, or rather debunk some of their rebuttals and, facts that they will, shoot out to you. So I really want to go over that with you. I have broken up our little categories of this video. We're going to go over their claims of, not being a pyramid scheme and their whole lifestyle pitch that they like to throw out at you as well. We're going to go over how they make money. And then also we're going to touch on the whole free Cadillac Motor Club type of thing as well. Did a lot of math going into this video and researching it. It's a lot, but someone's got to do it. Okay. So a little background on me first. I feel like that's important because a lot of times I will get messages back from these people when I am just like, no, I'm not interested at all. Like, stop it. I've gotten a few messages back that are like, you wouldn't be good at it anyways. Honey, if anyone was going to be good at actually selling beauty products, it'd be me. Okay. I sell med spa services, for God's sakes. Like, come on. So I've been in sales for 10 years. I've sold everything from minimally invasive spinal surgery to new homes to cybersecurity software to accounting services to small business owners, like everything, literally everything. And now, again, I'm in medical sales again. So I think that's important to know. I have an extensive history and experience in sales. I have been pretty dang successful at it. I have also, trained people. I have, created sales scripts, for call centers. I've managed call centers. I've been a sales manager. I've been a sales coach. Like I've done literally everything. I think that's important to know instead of just like, well, what are you now? That's why it just chaps my ass so much. It just really grinds my gears. I can't stand it. We're going to go over the claims that they make and then we're going to go over the truth of it. And we're just going to go from there. So buckle up, get ready, subscribe. Please like this video because I'm sure a bunch of girls from, probably not a bunch, it probably isn't going to get any views, but if it does, if it gets any kind of traction, typically ladies from Monat or whatever MLM the subject matter is on will go to that piece of content and downvote it and stuff like that. Realistically, downvotes don't matter, it's just more engagement, so tricks on them. Let's talk about the whole pyramid scheme aspect of that. If you say, isn't Monat a pyramid scheme? Aren't MLMs pyramid schemes, blah, blah, blah. They will come back at you and say, pyramid schemes are illegal. So we can't be one. Or Monat isn't a pyramid scheme. It's a multi-level marketing company. Or my personal favorite, every corporate company has the CEO at the top and everyone else on the bottom and you're at the bottom. So isn't that a pyramid scheme? And it's like, girl, what are you talking about? So with the pyramid scheme, yes, they are illegal in the US. However, the only difference between a pyramid scheme and a multi-level marketing company, an MLM, is that with an MLM, you do have a product to sell. With a pyramid scheme, you don't. It's just recruiting people. However, it's so important to understand that them having a product and the illegal one not having a product, it's literally just a little bit of a loophole. Because with MLMs, you hardly make any money selling a product. Hardly any money at all. And we will get to that in a minute too. But you make pennies selling the product and then you make a lot more money recruiting. And then that way more people at the top have more money. You just suck in more people. The rebuttal that I hate that they say, like I mentioned, well, corporate jobs, I don't know why they hate corporate 9-to-5 jobs. It's like, y'all are dumb. But so with normal companies, there is someone in charge at the top, CEO, president, whoever, owner of the company. And then usually they have, their C-suite, the VP of whatever, the blah, 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 whatever. Presidents of whatever, CEO up here, VPs, presidents, or VPs down here, and then executive directors of whatever, and then middle management, and then whoever else at the bottom, marketing department, sales department, customer service, all that. They don't understand, or maybe they do understand, and this is just, they think that we're stupid. They don't understand that we're not talking about the actual shape, organizational chart, you dum-dums. we're talking about the aspect that you get more money from recruiting people. And they'll say, which is actually what this girl said the other day to me, well, when you refer someone or when you recruit someone for your job, first of all, I don't recruit anyone. If you want to come work at our job, or if I have someone who, like my ex-work husband at my last job, I mean, I know he's making a lot of money right now where he is, but I know he's miserable. So I was texting him the other day. I was like, I love where I am. You should totally come. Sure, if it's an employee referral, then I will get that, what, like $300 or $150, something like that, right? If he stays and like does well for like, I think it's like 3 months. Like that's normal. That's normal for any job, even if it's not sales driven. Like that's pretty across the board normal. I'm not going to make a profit or a percentage of his sales, and he's also not working under me. Like he can be anywhere in the company, or we can be at like the same level, or he could be my manager or something, right? So it's just important to understand that as well. We're not talking about the shape of the company. We are talking of the structure of the business. We're talking about the recruiting aspect. And just to reiterate, if it was just about selling a product, they wouldn't be cold messaging people. They wouldn't be spamming people constantly. They wouldn't have these copy and paste things. They wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be trying so hard to get people to join their team. Okay, so the next one that we're going to cover is the whole fake lifestyle thing. So they are, and this really goes into like their sales pitch too though, because they are selling a lifestyle. The reason why they do this is because if they send you one of those, hey girl messages, and if you haven't gotten one, usually it goes like, hey girl, I was just looking at your page and I think, I love your aesthetic or whatever. I love what you're doing. You're so pretty with like random emojis and shit. I think you would do so well at what I do. First and foremost, like, you don't know if I would be good at it. You don't even know me. Like, what? They'll say like, oh, I just started this business with my friend and we think you'd be great at it and blah, blah, blah. That should already be a red flag for you, because if someone started a business, let's say a restaurant, they're not going to have you start your own as well, especially if you're in the same area, because then you're poaching the same people. Make it make sense. Doesn't, right? So another thing they say is you can work from anywhere. Mostly anyone these days can work from anywhere. I understand the demographic they're probably aiming towards, which not probably, but I know this is their demographic, are college kids. College kids don't want to in an office. They don't want to be waiting tables. They don't want to be working nights. They don't want to have these part-time jobs. They'd rather do this. I was right there with you. I didn't want to go into an office. I personally am happy I work from home and that my position is a work from home position. And really, yes, I can work from anywhere if I just have my laptop with me. These days, that isn't really a good part of their pitch, but it also goes into the fact that they're like, oh, I can work on vacation. If I'm on vacation, I don't want to work on vacation. That's why I have PTO, so I don't have to work on vacation. So they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot there, because they have this whole, you're going to have so much more time. You're not going to have to work as much. Like you can make 6 figures. It's funny because they say 6 figures, then they say 5K a month. And it's like, do you know how to do math? They say all this, but then when you actually start, you have to work so much. You do not have any time. You have to send out all of these messages so quickly to try to recruit as many people as you can so you can earn your money back. And then the reason why they want you to do that as well, the reason why they want you to be successful with it, is so that you can level up and then they can get more money as well. Every time you level up, they get more money. So another one is, oh my God, I'm my own boss. I started this business. They did not start the business. They do not own that company. They are a 1099 independent contractor employee. They are a distributor. They are technically a salesperson, or I don't want to even say a recruiter, because they're really not even salespeople either. It's a pyramid scheme. They are not their own boss. They are not the CEO. They are not an executive director. They don't have any power within the company. Let's just say that. They are not on this middle management. They are nothing. They are recruiting people. Usually if they have had, if they're so high up in the ranks, they have just recruited a fudge ton of people and they got in early, so they're able to do that. Or when I say early, I don't necessarily mean, right when the company started. I mean early for their market or their region, their geographical region of where they are. For instance, there's 2 girls. One of them used to live here and then she moved to California. But there were 2 women who lived in South Tampa. One still does. She's gorgeous. Both of them are. That has nothing to do with anything. And they have both, every time I've interacted with them, been very nice. But they are at the top rank and they make a lot of money. They were 2 of the first ones to get in this area. So of course they made a fudge ton of money. Okay, speaking of money, let's go ahead and get to that. So the most common claims that I hear with the whole financial aspect of it is I make money by recommending products. I get paid 5 times a month. I get paid for washing my hair. I hate that one so much. I sell luxury shampoo. And I can't remember if I already said the financial freedom one, but I have financial freedom. So the truth is that Monat reps, nope, that's not it. So the truth is that these Monat distributors make way more money, and I'm about to break it down for you, make way more money recruiting when someone signs up under them and building that team rather than actually the commissions they make off of sales. So let's also just tear down these rebuttals real quick too, because it's my favorite. So financial freedom. No, absolutely not. They will not have financial freedom. This will not become a full-time, livable income for you unless you are in the top 0.1%. It's less than that. It's literally less than 0.5%. It's crazy. We're going to break down the numbers in a second. Like I said, the whole I sell luxury shampoo thing. Sure, y'all do have products to sell. One, they are not luxury. They are overpriced. Just because something is very expensive does not mean it's luxury. It just means it's overpriced. The whole I get paid 5 times a month thing. It's for some reason these girls will post their email that they get of their direct deposit, and they'll always put a little emoji, or they'll try to block it out. Typically, if you're making a lot of money, you don't post about it. People at the top of these ranks in this company, they don't post about it. They don't post about how much money they're making because they don't have to prove to you how much money they're making. It just drives me crazy. I've seen a few where the people didn't cover it up very well, or block it out, and you can actually tell how much it is. For instance, a girl who has now blocked me, I overcame all of her rebuttals, and she just started calling me mean stuff and telling me that I was uneducated and stupid and that I was rude and all this stuff, and that I was mad and sad. And it's okay, girl. She posted one, and she didn't block it out very well, and I could tell that it was $240. Now, if I don't make that in a day in sales, or in half of a day, I'm gonna be mad. I have spreadsheets on spreadsheets with all the formulas and all the things, and I keep track of everything, and I don't leave my desk unless I have made a certain amount of money. I don't leave my desk unless I am happy with the day. And not to quote The Office and the CEO of Sabre, but what was her name? Jo Bennett? Not to quote Jo Bennett. I've been watching way too much Office. I watch 4 episodes a day. I'm lying. I watch it every single day, multiple episodes while I'm working. I just have my laptop here, and I'm just it's nice in the background, Anyways, not to quote her, but if you feel you can, sign off on the day and you feel you've done enough work, then okay. But that's how I feel. I'm in sales. I need to make a certain amount of money each day or more. Getting paid 5 times a month, it's every Friday basically, $240. That's not okay. That's not. Now, as an actual, just the side hustle, if I made $250, $240, even $200, even $100 every week from my YouTube channel, sure, I'd be happy. I mean, that's my car payment right there. That's our car insurance. That'd be great. But using it as a sales tactic to try to, or actually a manipulation tactic, it's not even a sales tactic, a manipulation tactic to try to recruit people to be on your team, it's very manipulative, it's very deceptive, and it's not okay. Also, if you ever ask them, well, how much do you make? They'll just give you a copy and paste response. It's everyone's different, blah, blah, blah. You can pay as much as you want. It depends on your hustle, all that. If you look at the income disclosure statements, especially the one for 2019, and yes, I have it, and yes, I'm going to link it down below. I'm actually going to copy and paste my entire script from this video and just put it on my blog, selfishsuarez.com. But it's ridiculous. The numbers here do not lie, and it's insane that these people are trying to manipulate others, vulnerable people, to join them by being this deceptive, and it's not okay. And also the whole, I get paid for recommending products. No, you don't. If you recommend someone to use one of your Monat products, you don't get paid from that. You get paid if they buy one from you. I hate that. They try to make it seem so easy. Oh, you're already doing this, so why not just join me? I hate it. I hate it so much. Anyone can do this. No, not everyone can be in sales. A lot of people don't feel comfortable with that. So no, it's very frustrating. Okay, so this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry. So let's break down the numbers real quick. So with Monat, how the monies works is for retail commissions, retail customer sales, you get 30% of whatever they buy. And then for VIP customer sales, which are people who sign up for the VIP program, whatever, I'm pretty sure that's kind of the auto ship thing where they can get it sent out to them however many, whatever. You get it. That customer actually gets a 15% discount. So you're basically splitting your commission with them. So they get a 15% discount on products, and then you only make a 15% commission off of that. Just to put it in perspective, let's say someone buys a shampoo and a conditioner from you, basically the most popular thing, right? That totals about $90 because one of them is, just one of them is like $40 and the other's like $50. So that's $90. I'm rounding up a little bit, but you get it. So that's totaling $90. You'll get $27. And then if it's a VIP customer, you'll get $13.50. So like I said, you're making pennies off of your sales commissions. So that just proves that people are making more money when they're recruiting instead of when they're actually selling the product. And now to break down the downline or the recruiting monies. So if someone joins under you and they buy the $299 starter kit, you get a $100 bonus. If they buy the $399 kit, you get a $120 bonus. And then if they buy the $599 starter kit, you get a $220 bonus. So again, you're making a lot more money. And then also there's the whole thing of like, you can only get your like downline commissions. Like basically you can only make a certain percentage, which is usually like 3% to like 12%. It varies like per like level or like how many like people you have under you, whatever level. So you can only get the money from them, like your downline commissions, if you have 200 PV, which is personal volume, to 500, I believe it was, 500 PV, depending on your rank. PV is personal volume. That means products that you sold personally or that you bought. So now when people say, and they're trying to sell you, oh, it's just your starter kit, that's your only expense. It's not your only expense. Because a lot of the times, you're not getting people to buy these products. So therefore, you are buying them. That's why a lot of times you will see these Monat girls buying all these products, or they will have all these products. It is crazy. I have seen people with stockpiles of these products. And it just goes to, kind of prove a theory that I have that the only people who are buying these products are people who are selling it. Okay, so as we already said before, this is not a livable wage. In the US, a livable wage obviously depends on where you live, but a livable wage, according to, the US as a whole, as an average, is in the high 60,000. So like, I believe it was 68,000, something like that. And that's gross income. That's before taxes. So again, depending on where you live and, that tax rate, how many, different taxes you have to pay, that's anywhere from, 45,000 to, 55, something like that, right? Keep in mind, the money you are getting is not stable. It is not consistent. It is not guaranteed. You are not having taxes taken out of it, which if you're not saving for taxes, you are so dumb. But then also you're not getting benefits either. So that's another thing that you need to keep in mind. You're not getting PTO, anything like that, no 401k, unless you set all this stuff up on your own. And that's very, very expensive to do that on your own. So I'm sorry to say it, but I would much rather get paid 2 times a month or every other week, whatever, and have my benefits, have my PTO, know what my check's going to be, actually be in charge of my own checks, and not be scammy or manipulative and not lie to people. The girls who are selling this, men, whoever, I don't care who it is, but Monat distributors can try to say as much as they want that, oh, well, this person's making that, or you can make this, or blah, blah, blah. Or this thing that they'll post that'll say average monthly earnings. And it's like, that's wrong. Because in the official 2019 Monat income disclosure statement, she's a doozy. It reported that the average income of all reps, no matter what rank they are at, the average income of all of them was $809. So yeah, that's definitely, you're making so much money, oh my god, I'm getting paid all this, like, no. So there are 11 ranks in this company, and 93.54% of people in the company are at the bottom rank, at the very lowest level of market partner. That is just mind-blowing to me. Like, that is so crazy. Now, like I said before, let's get into livable wage, right? So like I said, in the US, the average, of course, depending where you live, blah, 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 taxes aren't taken out, all that. We already covered that. That livable wage is considered around $68,000. So let's just say it's 70, right? Now, you wouldn't be making that on the high end, because again, there's a huge scale there. I mean, on the high end, until you've reached the 5th rank. And that would be MMB, which is, managing market builder. First of all, these fucking names that they have are so dumb. Can't you just number them? Just like number them, please. It's literally just like make themselves feel special. Like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm an executive director. I'm a senior executive director. No, you're not. You're not. You have no power within the company. No, you are not. Hop on another Zoom call, please. Or you tell your story again. Realistically, the senior executive directors are making like 5 times as much as I am. But that doesn't matter. It's not all about money. I still have my soul. Only 0.8%, not 8%, 0.8, less than 1% of the distributors in Monat are at that rank, the 5th rank, MMB, which has a livable wage. But again, that's at like the high, like of the sliding scale. That's at like the top of the annual gross earnings. And again, when you're talking about annual gross earnings or income or whatever, it's actually better to not say the average and actually talk about the median, because the median actually is the middle. Which if we're talking about that, you'd have to be at the 8th rank up to actually have a livable wage. And only 0.07 people in the company are at that rank. That is insane. And just in case, I feel bad, but just in case percentages don't really spell it out for you, and I know I'm talking, a lot of numbers and all this, but I feel like that's really what makes people see the light of like, oh shoot, like I'm not gonna make money from this. I feel like that's extremely important to really showcase the numbers, because these numbers don't lie. And also, again, keep in mind that doesn't include taxes and what you've spent in your starter kit. And so if you think about it, most people are in debt when they start, or in general, because they haven't made any money from this business, or they've made so little and they haven't earned back any of their money from their starter kit and what they spent on it and all that. So in 2018, there were about 180 distributors. According to all of the websites I looked at, I could not find one thing that said like a number of how many there are now. I looked everywhere. It was real hard to even try to find any. But in 2018, there were 180,000 distributors for Monat. Now let's just say it's 2020 now. Let's say that number's gone up to 300,000, which in 2 years, that's not really crazy to think that it would go up to 300,000, since this business is based on what? Recruiting people. So if only 93.54% of 300,000, so if we do the math there, 93.54% of 300,000, that's 280,620. That's a lot of people not making any money. That is crazy. That's good God. And for that 93 point whatever percent, the median income for them for a whole year, and I looked this up, it was and that was on the 2019 income disclosure statement. Their median income, just take a guess. It was $31, which take out taxes, minus what they spent on their kit, they got no monies, which really they wouldn't be taxed on that because they had a loss if they were doing their taxes for this business. Anyways, they made no monies. They're in debt, like $200 in debt. Now let's do the math on that livable wage we talked about. So 0.07%, again, not 7%, 0.07% of 300,000 is 210. So that means only 210 people in this company are making a livable wage. I can guarantee you they started this 2, 3, 4 years ago. So again, I'm not saying there's no way to make money with an MLM, but you have to be like one of the first people ever in it, or one of the first people to actually start in, again, your market or your regional area, whatever. Just fucking insane. Okay. So one of my favorite things that these people throw out is, I got a free Cadillac and fully paid for by my company. Oh, by your company? Now you own it again? And my company gave me a car and I got a free caddy and blah, blah, blah. Let's just calm down. So it's not fully paid for. I need that to be clear. It is not fully paid for. Once you've hit the 7th rank in the company, notice how I'm not saying once you make it halfway up to CEO. You're not making it halfway up to CEO. You're never going to make it there. You're not actually on the corporate side of the business. I'm sorry, I get really mad. It grinds my gears. It makes me make clinking noises with my fingers. Okay, so once you've hit that 7th rank, which is market mentor, but once you've hit that rank for 3 consecutive months, then that 4th month, you will qualify for the motor club. Now, I don't know how y'all spent your morning, but I spent my morning reading through the fine print, like legit 6 pages of their motor club thing, because I was like, if I'm going to talk about it, I need to know what the hell I'm talking about. It's so insane. So what they do is, and I was always wondering too, why some of these girls who qualified for the caddy weren't getting it right away. I'm like, that's weird. Like, is there like a wait list? Like maybe that's the problem, or maybe they just can't, decide which one they want, or maybe, they just decided to like wait. Maybe they just want to take the money instead. Well, you can't take the money instead. So depending on what rank you are, you get anywhere from $500 to $750 or $1,000 for your car payment, basically. So, or your car bonus. So they give you a car bonus, but only if you actually get the caddy. You don't get the car bonus unless you actually go get it, because they want that money. They don't want it to go to you. They want it to only go to the car itself, which is crazy to me. Now, you're allowed to pick whatever Cadillac you want. It has to be white, and it can't be more than 4 years old. And you can lease it or you can buy it. The lease or the purchase agreement, whatever, the loan, has to be in your name, which when I read that, that started to make sense, because this car bonus, that's all they're giving you. They're not paying for, registration, tag, title, whatever. They're not giving you that down payment. So I feel like that's why a lot of these girls don't go get their caddy, because they don't have the money for the down payment. Because according to the income disclosure statement, a market mentor is only making about $38,000 a year. And that is, again, the median income, not the average income, because there is a big difference there when you're talking about money and averages and all that for salaries and stuff. Money in general, you want to be talking about the median income and not the average. So I think that's crazy. And the fact that they really snag people with that of like, well, I got a free caddy and I've only been doing this for this long and blah, blah, blah. What other company does that? Actually, a lot of companies will give you a company car. A company that I interviewed with when I was on furlough from my current job, they give you a company car. They actually pay for all of it. You don't pay for anything on it, not the maintenance, not anything. Now, this car is not a company car. That is your car. And the thing is, that's actually really messed up. So remember I said those different payments? So let's say you're getting the $1,000 payment each month for the car bonus, rather, $1,000 car bonus. If you, you're working your butt off, whatever, your team below you isn't doing as good, so you aren't eligible for that rank that you were in to get that $750 car bonus or $1,000, whatever, and let's say you get bumped down to the rank that has the $500 bonus. You're not going to get that $750 one, you're going to get that $500 one. Now, let's say COVID, whatever, the apocalypse happened, basically what's happening now. So let's say you are doing even worse the next month. That happens. I'm in sales, I get it. That happened. If you go down and you're not at a rank anymore to where you were eligible for the car bonus or the motor club, they're not going to pay you for that. You're not going to get that car bonus anymore. They're not going to pay your payments. So you're stuck with it because that's your car. It's in your name. And they even put in the fine print in there how you are responsible for whatever happens with this car. This car is yours. If you, aren't eligible for this motor club or this car bonus anymore, does not matter. This is on you. Which realistically, if you just work your butt off, and it's what you're doing anyways with this job, or it's not even a job, I guess it is a job, but you're working so much, why not just actually work in a sales business? It's so easy. Sales isn't easy. It is sometimes a learned skill. Slightly comes naturally to me. There's tips I learned, whatever, along the way, but it blows my mind. Could I go get a caddy right now? Yes. Do I want one? No, not at all. I don't want to pay for that. No, thank you. And that's the thing, if people are like, oh, well, it's that whole young mindset of, well, I can afford it, so I'm going to get it. That's not smart. You say you own your own business and you want to be financially free. Having a $700 car payment, that's not being financially free. Having a $260 car payment that you overpay every month, because whenever I do that, for the last 3 months of the year, I don't have a car payment. And I love that. It's my little Christmas present to myself. I actually didn't do that on purpose. I found that out by mistake. I was like, oh my God, is this wrong? They're like, no, Chelsea, you overpaid. And I was like, yay, I'm so smart. Thanks, past Chelsea. Thanks, drunk Chelsea. I know I already said it, but I just think it needs to be said again. You don't get that car bonus unless you actually go get the car. I know that kind of seems like a no-brainer, but I thought you got the car bonus anyways, because I would just take the car bonus, pay off this car or my husband's car, or put it towards other bills, And the reason I want to make that clear is that there are other MLMs, for instance, Lavelle or Thrive, whatever, that one, I don't even know about that one, but we're going to get into it too. But that company, you still get the money for the car bonus so you can pay off your other car, which is awesome. That's so cool. Love that. Don't agree with other aspects of the MLM, but love that. So all in all, I hope you learned something. I hope this was at least a little bit helpful. I should have said this disclaimer at the beginning. I had to refilm my intro 6 times because I ramble and go all over the place. But I am not saying that people in MLMs are horrible and wrong and manipulative and lying and blah, blah. I don't think they're bad people. I know a couple people who sell products and do all that, and they're great people. However, I do think that there are people who have been brainwashed and I don't want to call anyone desperate, but that are so desperate to make it work and just so brainwashed by these companies and the people above them who will just do anything to be able to get money and make their dreams come true. Listen, hustle, get yours, get it, okay. But don't lie to people, don't prey upon people just so that you can get an extra bonus. I mean, is $100, is $200, is $220 worth you screwing someone out of $599? Like, that's my part of the mortgage. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, that's crazy. No. So I know this was long. I know this may seem random if you don't follow me on Instagram because I went off the other day, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you did watch it all the way through, which I hope you did, if you were doing research and thinking about joining a multi-level marketing company or Monat in particular, I hope you learned something. And I know I'm probably not gonna, change people's minds, but if you are doing research, don't do it. Please don't do it. Do not fall for these these dumb tactics. And also, if you do have any like funny rebuttals or like screenshots or IG stories, anything that you've seen like that are crazy like that, I personally get a chuckle out of them. I know it's kind of mean, but I think people do need to be called out for that. Whenever I do these videos, I will never put anyone's faces. If I ever do like a reacting video or something like that, I will not put anyone's faces in there, obviously, because they're like their usernames. I don't want anyone to go give these people hate. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's okay. And also because of like fair usage or whatever and copyright claims, I don't want to, I just want to protect people's identities. So don't go give any of these people hate, but also just be aware, try to spread awareness, educate people. MLMs are pyramid schemes. Don't fall for it. Know the red flags. Be aware of your surroundings as always. And my next video will most likely be a true crime video. I've been working on a script and research for that one. This is gonna be a crazy one. It's an unsolved mystery. It's crazy. I think I solved it. So you're welcome, FBI. I also do makeup videos and lifestyle videos and vlogs. I basically do everything. I do rants. I'm a lot, and I'm not for everyone, and that's fine, but subscribe if you'd like to. I'll see you in my next video. Be safe, stay inside. For the love of God, wear a mask, and don't let yourself be manipulated. Please, know the red flags. Okay, see you in my next video. I'm just rambling at this point. Okay, bye.